show, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast. Happy Fridays. I am joined by a new Toast guest who I'm so excited to chat to, as they say on Love Island. It is Suzy Weiss from the Free Press. Welcome, Suzy.
I'm buzzing.
I'm buzzing for so many reasons. We've never met before.
No.
But I've been reading your stuff for so long. So you work for the Free Press, which was started by your sister,
One of my
Weiss.
sisters.
One of your sisters. So I have been reading Free Press, and I've been following Barry since she left the New York Times. I'm a Common Sense OG stan.
Oh, wow.
And then
That's like if you're a breather.
It's like if you're a brother. I have so many questions about the behind the scenes of Common Sense Free Press, but then I read like everything that comes my way. And of course, the pop culture stuff is like my fave.
Yeah.
And you are the culture reporter for the Free Press.
I'm the culture critic, I guess. Yes.
Culture critic.
Film, TV, what's going on in the zeitgeist.
So I read your stuff all the
This
time.
is like Parent Trap. It's like, Hallie, we're sisters. Annie, we're twins. We are.
We have so much in common. So I read your stuff all the time. And it wasn't until Barry reached out to Claudia and I about you doing the Toast this week
Yes.
that I realized that you guys are sisters.
My stage mommy.
Right. Suzy Weiss and Barry Weiss are sisters. It's shocking stuff.
I know.
That I never put together.
Well, it's like the Hadids have a new sister as of this week. Did you see that?
But we don't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, no thanks.
Never mind. I don't know.
I don't know who they are. So you have been working at the Free Press for how long?
Since it started. We started it together.
What were you doing when Barry was at the New York Times and when she left?
New York Post. Paper of record.
Paper of record.
Some may say.
I'm a Post girly.
Oh,
I'm
are?
a Page 6 girl too.
Oh, it's so good. You know what they say about Page 6? If you don't want it on Page 6.
Don't do it. I know. But, Page 6 loves to clip stuff from our show. Thank you to the team at Page 6.
Oh, yeah. I saw them with Barstool KFC.
So we have to make news today. What can you tell me?
You've had real multimedia heavy hitters on. I was watching Lexi Wood and I was like, how long recovery face transplant? I was like, this is horrible. It's like people have podcasted for 15 years.
No, I know. But you come from a different part of the media world.
Right.
Though you are very pop culture well-versed. So I thought you would be such a perfect guest co-host for actual talking about the stories, conversation, and just my personal interests. I want to get to know you. How old are you?
29.
And where do you rank in the Weiss sisters? There's 4 Weiss sisters.
4 Weiss girls.
Who knew?
4 Oshrys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the Margot. I'm 4.
You're the Satchel. You're number 4. What number is Barry?
What do you think?
The oldest.
Of course.
Oh, classic. So what do your other 2 sisters do?
Are you 2?
I'm number 2. What kind of energy do I give off? 1?
I think you're such a 1 because you're all business.
Oh,
are you bossy? 1s are bossy.
I'm not bossy, actually, but I am a bit controlling.
You just know how you like things.
I'm just I'm sitting in the corner seething about what's going wrong, but I will not boss people around and tell them about it.
Oh, okay.
So
Keep
I
it
don't
to
know
yourself.
what that makes me.
I feel like 1, oldest and youngest, you know it when you see it. Middles, they say black sheep, they say peacekeeper. So there's really
a peacekeeper.
But there's no true middle type. You know an oldest when you see her.
Especially when you're not dead middle, a number 2 out of 3. When you're 2, Claudia and I are the middle children, but we don't suffer from middle child syndrome. Because when you have an even number, that sort of evens itself out.
And single, I think having all girls, I'm very pro single sex. Have all girls or all boys. It's inappropriate, really, to mix.
I agree. What do you do on a hotel?
It's inappropriate.
When you go on vacation, what do people do with their mixed gender children in a hotel room? Do you get separate rooms? I actually, probably not, but that's weird.
You have mixers. You have mixers at night.
That's weird.
By the way, Ruby, such a good name.
Yes, Claudia's baby.
It's so beautiful. Ruben.
It's Ruben. That's his legal name, but totally Ruby is the name.
But I was just on the way here, I was like, RubeTube.
Oh my God,
rhubarb.
I'm having delicious definitions.
Yes.
I'm having so much
strawberry
fun.
rhubarb pie for the summer.
There's so much
this kid
lore with Ruby.
How is she feeling?
She's doing great. She's still Claudia,
Perfect. You get nervous.
Well, yeah. And also it can be really stressful and you're not getting any sleep and you're just sort of on the edge and you can lose your mind in the early days. And she's doing so great and has a really good cadence, her and Ben, they're crushing it. I don't want to jinx anything, but they're crushing it. And she's happy and she's well and all is well.
Wow.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. IYH.
I'm not done talking about you.
Okay.
So what do Sisters 2 and 3 do?
Sisters 2 and 3, not in the media biz.
Okay, which is so funny because these are the questions that people ask me when they just are getting to know me. And
Yeah.
I'm oh, that's interesting that that's what you care about. But okay. But now I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, are they close? Who's
and
the
it's like, how
closest?
do you and Suzy wind up? And do they also have 4-letter first names?
Yeah. No, one has a 5, but we're all E's. We're all
Suzy, Barry.
Well, I'm Suzanne. Barry, Casey, Molly, Suzy.
Barry, Casey, Molly.
Suzy.
Where'd you guys grow up?
Pittsburgh.
Didn't know that either.
I know. Great time. Do people? Yeah, I don't know. I love being one of 4 girls. I'm curious because we also work with our siblings.
And I'm obsessed.
I'm obsessed with it, but like a startup family business is its own beast.
No, we're so
twins.
Parallel, but so different because like but it's all the same.
But I should be in your guys' business because...
And I should be working with Barry.
Honestly, you should be working with Barry because Barry will be like, well, what do you think of the Iran deal? And I'm like, but what do you think of the Sugar Bear hair deal? Should James Charles have accepted it? And we're like, no, there's like no middle ground there, but we make it work. And my sister-in-law is also Barry's wife.
Your sister-in-law, Nellie.
Yeah,
and she also works for
she's
FP.
co-founder of the Free Press.
Yes.
And she does the TGIF newsletter. It's amazing.
It just came through this morning. It's great stuff. So if you're not a subscriber to the Free Press, definitely go and do that. Like it's what do they say? It's like a cringy thing that they say in media, but it actually applies well. It's like
a disruptor?
Also that. But it's like you get your cereal with your broccoli. Like it's like both the healthy, like the meaty stuff that you need with a sprinkle of like sugar on top.
Yeah, I would say it's what you need to know. It's sort of what people liked about old media. Curiosity, independence,
questioning,
kind of covering a really wide breadth of stories, but it's voicey. It doesn't pretend the internet doesn't exist. We have a lot of great writers and new columnists now, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
TheFP.com.
TheFP.com. Also, Kat Rosenfeld is a columnist, right?
Oh, she's brilliant.
And she's also a writer. She writes books, yeah? Because I read one of her books.
Yes.
And then I was like, is this the same person?
Yes.
I'm going to get all the behind the scenes tea about the Free Press. Like, what's the office culture like?
The office was, oh my God. Well, because it's a family business. Like the other week I go, Barry, please stop tickling me at work. And like our editorial assistant was like, oh God. Like we were on this huge Zoom meeting once because we also do these big debates. We did, was the sexual revolution a mistake? Like all these kind of like big events. And
which is what we're here to discuss today.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't pee your pants. It's going to be okay.
And we're in this big Zoom and it's like these kind of meaty producers and it's like really serious and cameramen. And Barry goes, okay, you should get there Thursday. Suze, it's fine if you get there Friday. Don't forget your undies. Like a 20-person meeting. Don't forget your undies.
Would you have forgotten your undies?
Yeah. Like she does need to tell me. So I can't really get mad.
That's really funny because Claudia and I work together, but it's really, we have a very small team. Like we're very bare bones. So it's not like have a rest of like an office culture and like where we have to be like buttoned up in certain scenarios and then unbuttoned in others. But that's a funny dynamic.
Yeah, because we're like talking about work or business or, you know, hiring someone, then it's like, that is so annoying. Like, oh my God. And then we're kids again, you know what I mean? And like, we have our own language, like you and Claudia have your own language. It's fun.
What were you doing at the New York Post when you worked there?
I was doing features. So culture coverage.
Like what's that?
It was a lot of like internet culture, dating, mating, relating, losers, jackasses, assholes, like that, trends. Mm-hmm. I covered like people only eating meat. I covered, remember those Ray wellness drops that were on TikTok that girls were obsessed with?
TikTok.
Oh, okay. They were they were wellness drops and really they were just a laxative to make you skinnier. But of course they were like greenwashed to be like, these are so good for longevity and immune boosting. And it's like, how do you know they're good for longevity? It's like, you don't know if you're dead yet. You know, like I don't like all these things that are like
that's so true.
Good for longevity. It's like, well, who's to say, babe? Like, I think you have to wait it out.
So true. Okay, I'll stop making that claim.
But it's a lot of
things.
Some things maybe are good for longevity. But yeah, so I was covering all sorts of stuff. And then Barry left the New York Times, called me up and said, do you want to do this? And if Barry had called me and said, like, we're starting a floral business, or I don't know if you feel this way about Claudia, like, we're starting a bakery, like, are we doing it? It's like, yeah, where's my apron? Like, of course, like, sort of whatever it would have been, I would have been happy to do.
No, I totally agree. Did you always see yourselves eventually working together, considering you were both working in media, or you were just sort of like unparalleled?
She's 12 years older than me.
Yeah.
So I was just like, she's doing her own thing. And I'm like, you know, finding someone who lost 80 pounds only eating McDonald's for the New York Post. And then once you do it and they're like, find someone who lost 100.
You also wrote something about Ozempic a few weeks ago.
Yes, I did.
And I was actually like sending quotes to Claudia because it was also, you're a very funny writer. So that's why you're such a great writer. Like I'm actually laugh out loud. And it was a really good piece. And you were talking about like women who are just a couple, like 10, 15 pounds overweight, who you wouldn't typically be a candidate for like a weight loss medication, but it's changed their lives. Like, to just like that thing that's always been like niggling at them is gone.
Yes. And it's like, if you can pay $1 amount, I always
And that's
think
going to
about
be me
this.
one day. I just want everyone to know, like, that will be me.
Well, I think
that will be me using Ozempic in a while.
Jackie, Ozempic.
Put me in, coach.
Oh my God.
Like when I read that article, I was enjoying it, but I was also extremely jealous because I'm like, this sounds wonderful.
Well, it's coming out as a pill in early 2025. And then I think it's almost going to be like Tylenol, where it's like, I feel a little big.
I feel a little hungry.
Yeah, I feel a little hungry. Let me pop this pill. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
And I think it's sort of similar to the birth control pill that sort of allowed women to act more like men in a way. I get to decide when I have my kid. I get to focus on my career. I get to do all of this stuff. I mean, we all know how men lose weight. They eat a little less tortilla chips.
Yeah.
3 less. And they lose 40 pounds. Like, it's unbelievable. A woman, it's just harder to lose weight.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those big dividers. And I think we're about to see a revolution in this space.
No, I think that you said that in your piece, and it's such a good analogy. Like, it is like the birth control pill. It gives you like autonomy over you're going to lose weight especially as you're having children. And it's like, of course, there's a million things to consider. The thought of your body changing is not the greatest feeling, but it's like knowing that at the end of the journey, there's going to be something that will help you feel you're like yourself again. Like that kind of takes the pressure off a little bit.
Or like, yeah, exactly. Like go up the mountain if you want, but there's a car right there if you want to get into it. And it's like, okay, maybe I'll go up the mountain, but if I want to get in the car, I'm going to get in the car.
Yeah.
It's, I think I thought about when I was writing that essay, like how many millions of Weight Watchers points have been counted in my lifetime? Like how many?
Have you ever been overweight?
I've been at my heaviest. I mean, we're short. How tall are you?
5'1", and I agree. Every pound, it's like, I was overweight.
It's like,
but at that time, I gained 5 pounds.
No, it's like you have one meal and you're like, I need to go to an inpatient center.
Literally, it's like when you're so short. Like yesterday, I'm overweight. Today, I'm BMI correct. Like it's the difference of pounds.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I also got a nose job.
Oh, okay.
Like what would have been like 10 years ago now.
Okay,
and it really works. It's like you don't think about that thing that really bothered you anymore. And of course, I'd love to be like transcendent over my body and one with Mother Gaia and Mother Earth and never give a second thought.
I'll be that way when I'm skinny.
yeah, exactly. Me too. When the dress fits and I can wear whatever I want and not think about my arms, I'm not going to be worried that I'll be one with Mother Earth. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's really funny.
So have you ever been overweight or it's just like feeling that way?
It's really an internal thing. I've never been like diabetic or pre-diabetic.
Yeah.
I've probably been like big for our category of 5'2", because I think what are we supposed to be like 25 pounds?
like 100, like 5'2" is 110 pounds.
Well, how old remember when Courtney talked about she was like 90 pounds or something? But like she looked great. She always
and she's
great.
Also like she's 5'1". She's super
They're
short.
all really short.
Yeah. No, it's like at 5 foot you're supposed to be 100 pounds and then it's like 5 pounds per inch after that. It's just not gonna work for me. Without Ozempic.
Or Wegovy or any of it.
Oh yeah. I'm not like brand specific. I'll take whatever I can get my hands on.
You've never taken it?
No. It came around when I was pregnant with my first, and then like my philosophy is like I don't really want to take it until I'm done having kids if I
can help it.
Yeah. So that's sort of like where I'm at. We'll see.
Yeah, it's funny. The response to the essay, there was a lot of people who were like, it's not allowed to be this easy. Like it shouldn't. Like there's something almost spiritually wrong with getting a quick fix. And it almost felt like people, like when TV came out, to be like, I'll stick with my radio, thanks.
Yeah.
Like, sort of like angry that they're not going to get, that they had to do the hard thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. There's all these crazy studies coming out. Do you know Tim Dillon?
Mm-hmm.
He has this amazing joke because, Ozempic makes you stop gambling. It makes you less prone to shopping addiction. You're less of an addict. It's like it's turning everyone into like a Norwegian. It's like we're literally all going to be walking around in like blonde with like ski gear on. But if everything is true about this drug, like it may be a miracle drug. Cut to 7 months later, like we're all dying on like the side of the road. But we'll see.
We'll see. Or it could be the key to longevity.
Yeah, exactly. The key to the real, what was it? Blue Zone?
What's that? Is that guy?
The blue zones were like the places in the Mediterranean where if you ate like them, you would live to 100. Blue zones were places where people left to 100. I do think it was debunked.
Oh, got it. Where'd you go to college?
University of Michigan.
Nice. Where'd
Go
Mary
blue.
go?
Columbia.
Classic.
Yes.
I probably knew that. Like,
Yeah.
That's why she's big
That's
mad.
why she is who she is. She's
Yeah.
so big mad.
She's big mad, and she should be. Well, I went to Colgate, and I look like a proud Colgate alum today in my maroon. This is Colgate colors.
But
even
is
though
this-
this is the bar.
What is the bar?
It's a brand started by an influencer, Bridget. Her handle is @Bridget. I don't know if anyone knows her last name, but she's like such a queen. If you don't follow her, you totally should. And these sweatshirts like just took over the world. This isn't your first time seeing one in person. It's an authentic.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, no, it's
that's-
just a sweatshirt, but it's really well. I've washed this one a million times, but like before you wash them, they're so oversized, like in the exact way that you want an
Yes.
oversized sweatshirt to be, and that's why it was a bar revolution.
Is it drinking bar or protein bar?
Neither.
Or setting the bar?
It's like setting the bar.
Oh, I love that. Okay, that's really good. Do you know David Protein Bars?
Yes, they're a sponsor. Not today, but
Oh my
Sundays.
God. They just raised a huge amount of money.
Go, David. You're welcome.
David might be the Queenie.
David might
Might be the Queenie.
We're going to do Queenie and Weenie today because it's Fridays, and that's what we do on Fridays. So you've come prepared. And also, another fun fact about you is that you're a swirly. Like, you're a big toaster.
I'm a big toaster. Jackie, I have to tell you, there were war rooms at the Free Press HQ preparing for this today.
Oh, really?
Like go Pargy and hijab, like the whole thing. And they're like drilling me. And I'm like, oh my God. And everyone in my life is a toaster. So I would do this thing where I'll go up to someone, I'll be like, have you heard of this podcast, like The Toast? Like, obviously I know they heard of it. And they go, oh my God. I go, I'm hosting this podcast, The Toast. I don't know. They go, oh, you're hosting The Toast. And it's like the amount of people who are like, shout me out, shout me out, shout me out. And it's like, hello, everyone who was at Julie's wedding this weekend. It was such a beautiful wedding. My best friend got married
Julie's wedding. Where did she get married?
in Pittsburgh. My best friend's wedding.
Oh, fun.
Which is like your sister having a baby. It's this very heavy, fraught, but amazing thing.
Yeah.
Because you're worried like, oh my God, they're going to evaporate into the ether. But then, oh my God, they're here, but they're just kind of better.
Yeah. No, it's like, it's so the same. And now they're not like this stressful bitch planning a wedding. They're
Yeah.
just like, they're your friend that you have back and who's enjoying her life.
I know, but it's hard for me. I don't know what to do during the wedding because there's like a vibe. You probably know how to handle this around the bride where it's like
Celebrity.
Yeah. And it's like, I want to be able to talk to my friend, but like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. And I always say the wrong thing. Like at the welcome drinks, we were watching the Knicks game and then the Knicks lost. And then I turned to my best friend, Julie. I go, would have been way better if the Knicks won. And it's like, yeah.
But who are the Knicks are playing the Pacers. Where do they hail from?
Where do the Pacers hail
Yeah.
from?
I thought they were from your state.
Philly?
Pennsylvania?
Is it-
Indiana.
That's what I was going to say.
This
That's
whole
what I
time
was
I
going
thought they've been going back and forth. Like
to say.
Philadelphia Pacers, my favorite team.
Yeah.
Well, we have some Knicks news. We have some sports news.
Great.
Which will be great. And let's get into the story, shall we?
Let's.
Without further ado, it is time for the Fast Five stories that you do need to know. But I do need to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Smart Mouth. Smart Mouth is the only mouthwash scientifically proven to eliminate and prevent bad breath for 24 hours with just 2 rinses a day. Pargelicious if you are someone who wants to combat bad breath at every turn.
Who doesn't?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Smart Mouth was developed by a dentist, Dr. Cohen, Claudia's dream man. He spent years researching the cause of bad breath, which led to the development of Smart Mouth's patented zinc ion technology. He literally wrote the book on bad breath as the author of the halitosis section in the medical edition of the encyclopedia. This always cracks me up, and Claudia too, because like she literally needs to give this man a kiss on his mouth, and hopefully
uses it.
Yes, but like also he wrote the book on halitosis. Like,
Yeah,
she's
he
just,
wrote
like,
the book out.
she is just obsessed with combating bad breath, and her and Dr. Cohen together are going to make it happen, especially once we let you know that Smart Mouth is here. It prevents bad breath 12 times longer than the leading brand. It had just upgraded their new bottles, so now with individual snap top closures, it's easier than ever to open and use. No more assembly needed. Never have bad breath again. Find Smart Mouth at Walgreens, Walmart, and Amazon, or visit www.smartmouth.com/toast to snag a special discount on your next Smart Mouth purchase. That's www.smartmouth.com/toast, which is TOAST. Don't miss out on 24-hour fresh breath. Your mouth will thank you. Thank you, Smart Mouth,
Thank you, Dr. Cohen.
for the important work that you're doing in the space. Today's episode is also brought to you by Rhoback. You guys know that we would not gatekeep the good stuff, and we find something that we love, we're going to share with you. So right now, I have been living in Roebuck. Their stuff is cute, comfy, and unbelievably soft. And they just dropped some new products which are sickening the house down boots.
Boots.
The Era high-rise.
Mama.
The Era high-rise shorts. These just launched and they're so good. They're high-rise fave, lightweight, love, super flattering. Thanks. They've basically replaced every other pair of shorts I own. I can wear them to walk, run errands, exist, playground, bend over, a lot of that as a mom. They're that versatile. Also, Roebuck just dropped a brand new color called Birdie Blue in the Sydney Skort, an everyday active dress. I love a skort. It's still one of my favorites. It's sporty, flattering, has built-in shorts with pockets. Yes, please. Also, they have their everyday active dress. So if you need active, cute clothes, you're running around, you don't want to be, what's it?
The Turdy Blue color.
What's
they said Birdie Blue,
Birdie
but they
Blue.
really need to rename it.
Oh, we'll have to write a letter to them and let them know. If you want active wear that's cute and just don't want to compromise on style while also moving around 24/7, Roebuck is the brand for you. Use the code TOAST on Roebuck.com for a generous 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That's RHOBACK.com. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program. When you have a pet, you love taking care of them because in their own way, they take care of you. Oh, that's so beautiful. But even if you're the best pet parent in the world, which I'm sure all of you are, unpredictable things can happen. Ain't that the truth? Bruno and his 14 teeth. Fortunately, you can always give your care a boost with ASPCA Pet Health Insurance. Your pet is part of your family and you want the best for them no matter what. Vet bills can really add up. See Bruno and his 14 teeth. That's why you should check out pet insurance. And with the ASPCA Pet Health Insurance, you can focus on the way your pet deserves care and cover what matters most. So to explore coverage, visit ASPCAPetInsurance.com/toast. That's ASPCAPetInsurance.com/toast. Again, that's ASPCAPetInsurance.com/toast. This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either an independent American insurance company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance. Thank you, ASPCA. We appreciate the work that you do and get your pets insured because they need it and they're pricey. Pricey little pets.
What happened to Bruno's teeth?
Bruno went in for a routine teeth cleaning because they say that your dog should do that. They have to go put under anesthetic and they're like, if you don't do it, you have to do it. Apparently it's really bad. He had all this tar. Okay, so we'll do it once. So they'll stop telling us to do it. And then they're like, he has 14 teeth that are dead and you need to take them out.
Isn't that all of the teeth? How many?
Right. Well, apparently they have 50 something. But they wanted to remove 14 teeth. I'm like, okay, well, what if I don't? And they're like, well, he'll die. They're just making it sound so I had to decide in that moment while he was still under anesthetic. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, and that'll be $6,000. Thanks, Bruno. Thanks, Bruno. But Bruno's doing great, actually. And his teeth are beautiful. But yeah, pet insurance, because you just never know what's going to happen. Our first story, some sports news. Knicks game 6 last night.
They won.
And they won.
And you can feel it in the air. It's just electric.
The thing is, I couldn't feel it in the air. Usually I know if they won or didn't win based on when I wake up in the morning, if Ben Soffer has posted stories. If he's gone quiet, they've lost.
Yeah.
And so I never have to seek out if they've won or not. It just finds me. But this morning I had to go to New York Post Sports. Did they win? And I felt and they did, but I feel no one was making a big deal out of it, even though it was a do or die game.
Well, yeah, because they lost the last 2. Mm-hmm. So I think they were pull this one out.
If they lost this one, they're out.
But they didn't lose it.
Right.
Yeah. So they're back in the game.
Thought people
so
would
it should be
louder.
way more excited. I just saw Ben Stiller tweeting about it because he's a diehard Knicks fan. Yeah, it was amazing. I love Celebrity Row. I love the outfits.
So the story for us is that Kylie and Timothée went to the game and passionately made out on the sidelines.
I saw that
from all angles. I seriously love these two. What are your thoughts on them?
Together forever, but I will add that I always think every couple's together forever. I'm shocked whenever anyone
I'm the same way.
I'm it's done. Put a fork in it. It's so good. I think they're an amazing couple. I think he's likely the dad that stepped up. And I'm so happy for her. I think she looks gorgeous.
I agree. She's just a joy to watch. Even she just posted a makeup video yesterday of her doing her makeup. It's nothing revolutionary. I could watch it on repeat. She's just she's so confident. She's so beautiful, happy,
moisturized in her lane.
She's just like, I'm obsessed with her. And I was happy to see them again because they'd taken a little break from games, but also they were playing in, I guess, Indiana. And this would have been bad if they lost, but I'm starting to feel like Kylie's a good luck charm for the Knicks. Just saying.
Do you predict that there's going to be a royal wedding?
No.
Between them?
No.
You don't think they're ever going to get married?
No. I think like
I don't think she's a wedding person.
It's like just not worth it. And I think sooner they will have a baby. I'm on like baby alert because she wants a lot of kids. And this is her guy. Like, I think that they're gonna, but I think she's just having so much fun and she's just like so snatched. And it's like, it's hard to let that go.
Oh my God.
You know,
that body don't
for her.
quit.
I feel for her that at some point she's gonna have to like, you know, say goodbye to that for temporarily. So I feel like she's just putting it off. But I do think that's imminent.
I love these women who it's like they're much wealthier than the men they're with. Hailey Road Bieber now.
Yeah.
It's like, don't count them out.
Yeah.
Like, who can forget when, like, the Kardashians started going to the Met Gala and it was like, oh my God, like, there goes the neighborhood a little bit. But now it's like, oh, anyone who's accompanying them is lucky for it.
Yeah.
And Timothee's such a dreamboat. So charming.
I never thought so before, but now I'm totally on the Timothée bandwagon. Like, I get it. Everyone loves him. And also he is like this great artist, but he also has swagger. Like, he's very cool. I think he's probably a great guy all around.
I saw a New York Post article about how men are trying to get Timothée's body, and he's like spawning a different manorexia.
Oh, I don't like that.
Because he's so like kind of thin and gangly.
I don't like that.
I don't like that, but it's like, let them have a taste for a second.
Oh yeah, I'm like trying to stay skinny. Yeah. That's so true. But just in terms of like what I would want people to look like no, like all the skinny guys, no.
Yeah, the like Pete Davidson look.
Yeah, not for me.
No.
But I do like your perspective on it. Like, let them try.
Let them try for a second.
Like, let them have to exercise willpower and be miserable. Go off.
My perspective on, do they have a compound name?
Not one that everyone's using, but you could do Timothée, yeah.
It sounds like Kim, though.
Or Kylie.
I love Kylie.
But no one's calling them anything. I feel like everybody just is sort of rooting against them except for you and I. You know what I mean? Like, why don't they have a couple name?
Yeah, because I ship them. Also, they're only people not falling apart.
Yeah.
Like, they're presenting a united front. They're in love.
No, and like they're so hot and heavy and they've been this way for 2 years. Like, they're still making out courtside, even though they probably not shouldn't, but like that's just not what you do when you're a public figure, like to be so like, but they just can't keep their hands off each other.
Oh my God, they're obsessed with each other.
Yeah. So it's like, imagine what they do in private.
Jackie.
Clutch my pearls.
Yes.
Yeah.
What they do in private. I don't know. I mean, I've thought about it, obviously, but.
No, I'm just like, that's just how I think of it. Like, they literally can't stop kissing, even though like most people like act cool in that situation. I think they try their best.
I always wonder like how much time they're spending together because it's like they both seem so busy.
Yeah. Well, I think they've really ingrained themselves into each other's lives. Like, I do believe she has a place here in New York and like he works out of here a lot.
Yeah.
And then he just bought a place in Beverly Hills. His mom told us that.
Wow.
So I think it's like, if you want to, you will.
Yeah, if he wanted to, he will. That is really the lesson of that relationship.
Like to, like, blame things on scheduling issues, but like, I'm sorry, if you want to be around this person, you will be around them.
No question.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think it's a great example of like a different sort of family structure where it's like you had children with someone, it didn't work out. That doesn't mean your life's over.
Yeah.
Like you can have another like run at it and still have like a sort of like youthful, like sparkly love, which I really like.
Yeah.
For them.
Me too. And I'm happy for the Knicks. I'm happy for Ben Soffer and the Brunson boys.
So happy for I love also her courtside style.
Oh yeah.
It's very like
very cool.
Yes.
Very, very cool with the hat. And it's just like
he could maybe use a little work. I think he's maybe gone a little overboard.
Yeah, but he's enjoying this new persona. Like, no one's ever thought he's this cool before. Everyone, like, respects him and, like, knows he's a great actor. But, like, this has given him so much street cred, like, being the face of the Knicks. Like, I don't know, it just happened overnight.
Yeah.
But I think he's really enjoying being, like, the Knicks mascot.
No question. He's the Knicks mascot, and I wish him all the best.
Yeah, and he deserves it. He's put in a lot of work of just being, like, the nerdy
Who's he
artsy.
playing next? Do we know?
He's doing that Gwyneth Paltrow movie that they were making out in.
Oh, yeah, the Softie movie. She gave really funny quotes about that.
Yeah. I might see that now that I want to support Timothée and I love Gwyneth.
We love Gwyneth.
Gwyneth.
In this house,
We stand.
we believe science and we stand Gwyneth Paltrow.
We believe in science.
whatever it says. I don't know what it says.
That's so funny. Some more big New York news is that Taylor Swift is breaking cover, going out for dinner in New York City last night. She went to her go-to Italian restaurant, Via Carotto, which isn't like major news, but it is major that she's like stepping out again. So she's been low-key with Travis
Yes.
for the last few months. Since the Super Bowl, he's working on his fitness. He's living down in Florida.
Does he have long hair now? There's
He's
like a
got
crazy haircut.
flow.
There's flow going on.
Flow.
Sure.
And they have been seen like having dinner in Palm Beach and stuff, but all very low key. And now she like stepped out, did the thing, New York City, all dressed up.
I
So,
love how proudly basic she is.
yeah.
It's like, I'm going to Via Carota, I'm getting the cacio e pepe, I'm having a Negroni, I'm wearing my sweater, and I'm leaving. You know what I mean? Like, there's something so amazing. Like, she doesn't seek out the like deep cut, cool thing.
Yeah.
And she's like a queen for that, I think.
Yeah. That she's not going to like, it is nice that she goes to like the restaurants that are popular at the moment, like that everyone wants to go to.
They were popular 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, no, but like what was the other one? Last fall it was like
Corner store.
I'm not big in the restaurant scene. Are you?
No, I'm not big in the restaurant scene. I think food culture's gone a little broken and like broken our brains a little bit. And I think people sort of like treat restaurants like, you gotta try that, must have, everything's must have. It's like their hair's on fire about a taco. And it's like, everyone needs to take a deep breath on this one.
You also just wrote something about like Anthony Bourdain girlies.
I am getting like
Are you getting,
ravaged
like,
online.
Backlash is or whatever?
Yes, we both. I mean, I was canceled first when I was 17. Now I'm being canceled again. Like I'm old hat at
I love
this.
the cancellation.
Oh my God, canceled queen. But I'm like, they've gotten much more sophisticated, the trolls.
Okay.
So I'm getting messages like, I know a doctor who could fix that. And I'm like, fix what? Like, it's so mean. Or it's like, why are your teeth like that? And it's like, oh no. And
but that's so funny because up until today, I didn't even know what you looked like, and I'm a fan. So where are they finding all? Like, you're not like I think your Instagram is private.
my Instagram's private, but it's my name. People can find it.
Yeah.
And then we did this, like, I wrote about Anthony Bourdain and how I think.
So what was the thesis? Just share with the class.
The thesis about the Anthony Bourdain take was that, like, perhaps you can, like, have a pizza without having an existential crisis. And, like, even though Anthony Bourdain was really good at what he did not invent being lonely and getting drunk at the same time. And, like, you know, a meal isn't like necessarily authentic just because you left to like go in a tunnel and army crawl to get there. And I really hit a nerve. With this one. I sort of thought I assumed I would because he's a saint.
He is a saint, but I feel like what you wrote wasn't really a referendum on Anthony Bourdain himself, just the way that people talk about him and like revere him. It was about like the fanboys and girls, even though it's mostly boys. Not what he did, because he did cool stuff.
Yeah,
like,
he did his thing.
Eat,
he
whatever.
went the whole way. He got tattooed on air.
Yeah.
He, you know, he had drinks with the president. That was like the whole thing when he went to Vietnam. And it was just like, you know what, enough. It's like get new heroes. I don't know. I mean, it's
more so like you're criticizing the people, like the way that people engage with him posthumously.
And how they engage with food. I think the bear is to blame for this too. It's like, you can make a sandwich without having a personality disorder. You don't have to like freak out. Like, just have a burger, enjoy yourself. I love how Ben Soffer eats.
Yeah.
I think he's having fun. He's cooking food for Claudia. This all came because Stanley Tucci has that new show.
Okay. Yeah. He's the new Anthony Bourdain, they say.
Yes, but I think he's sort of like a
healthier version?
Maybe a mentally healthier version.
Mentally healthier.
It's horrible. I know I'm going to get like wrecked again. And it's like, geez.
I don't have any like stake in this. Like I'm not super familiar with Anthony. I don't care about with Tony. I don't care so much like about food and food culture. Like I like to cook and I'm learning and I'm not a part of this conversation. So like I feel like a totally unbiased sounding board. And what you're saying to me sounds like totally innocuous.
Yeah, no shade to him, but I think the legacy combined with the bear, combined with a few other things of sort of like, it's like, are you a rock star or do you work in the back of a kitchen? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just noticing things. I'm just noticing.
Yeah.
But how did we get on this subject?
Well, we were talking about restaurants.
So like restaurants in Via Carota.
What are your favorite restaurants in the city where they do things in a mentally healthy way?
Well, it's funny. I feel like every time you go to a restaurant, I'll look at the menu and like the more I look at it, the less I understand it. It's like frond, like moral, guanciale. And I'm like, what is it? Is it pasta? Like, it's like you're just giving me words. Sometimes it's adjectives. Sometimes it's like juicy. Like frond. Yeah,
That's
like
so
leaf. And I'm like, I went to this restaurant in, I think it was Bed-Stuy called Daphne's last night.
Oh.
It was really great.
Cute name.
Yes. And they did like a tiramisu, but instead of ladyfingers, there was croissant, which I loved because who likes a ladyfinger? It tastes stale.
Yeah, totally. Ew.
But Via Carota's great too.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been to Via Carota. I'm an uptown girl when I was here. You know, I'm a Serafina girl.
Oh, love.
I'm tried and true.
That's really, what do you get there?
Little handmade pomodoro, penne alla vodka, and margarita pizza, and a portacervo salad. Like, we keep it simple.
They do, I'm thinking of Sarah Beth's. They do the soft scrambled egg that
they
people
do
love.
brunch. That's great for brunch.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's a classic. That's like something that I would like as well.
You're an order in or you're a make yourself?
Well, like being in the city last few weeks, I'm literally ordering breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, obviously I'm not cooking here, but at home, like when I'm in my own environment, I prefer, like I do prefer not ordering in. I would rather go to a restaurant. I just feel like the way delivery comes, it's just not appetizing.
Well, now that we're on the subject of restaurants, I have to say, like the restaurant's the perfect thing. Like you come in, they seat you, they bring you the menus, you order. Like it cannot be improved upon. And now I feel like you go to restaurants and it's like, have you been with us before? And it's like, no. And it's like, let me tell you how this works. It's a new concept where it's like 14 things off the first page and like 30 things off the second page. And then here's a buzzer and you have to get it yourself. You actually have to cook it yourself. And I'm a little bit like, this was a perfect thing. We don't need to improve upon
I would blame one, COVID. You know, because all people did forget
QR menus.
QR menus.
Rather not eat.
And also, like, no more room service. Like, or here, your food comes not on a tray, on a silver.
It's just like one of life's great pleasures.
Yeah, it now comes like in a brown bag and it's actually from down the street. So like they just did blame Fauci. Right. And then also, I do think people just want to keep reinventing the wheel. And I also think that they kind of have to. I saw, I don't know, a statistic. I don't know if it was right or wrong, that it was like pretty much 80% of like food restaurant business comes from delivery now. So I feel like they want to get people back in the restaurant, or do they? Maybe delivery is actually cheaper overhead, and then you get like ghost kitchens.
Yes.
Shout out to the ghost kitchen.
Yeah, stealth mode.
I love a ghost kitchen. I used to have a favorite one, but I think it closed.
A favorite ghost kitchen?
Like one.
It just felt like home.
Like a place that I always ordered from. And it's like, I like that their focus is delivery. When I'm getting delivery, I want it to be optimized for delivery. Like, you ever order delivery from Nobu? Yucky.
Yeah.
Yucky.
I wouldn't do that.
Have McDonald's, like, because it's optimized for delivery.
No question. I mean, pasta you really can't get delivered. I don't think.
It's steamy and sweaty.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just think that's something you need to solve for.
Yeah, there is an element of like, you'll go into a restaurant and they'll be really busy, but no one will be in there. And it's because they're doing delivery orders. And you feel bad for the people working back there because they're serving quadruple the amount of people that they have capacity for. And yeah, I think you're right. COVID kind of, it gave an excuse for people to kind of like deteriorate the product.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, people wanted to reinvent the wheel. People wanted to have touchless, contactless. I go to a restaurant for contact.
Yeah.
To be touched.
Right. She's just looking for contact.
Yeah, I'm just skin hungry over here.
She's Anthony Bourdain.
Maybe
it was projection.
It was projection. No, I'm just so lonely.
I'm cracking up. It'll be okay. We stand with Suzy.
Yes, we stand a canceled queen. Happens.
Our next story is some interesting news. Excited to get your take because Sydney Sweeney is teaming up with Dr. Squatch to release a bar of soap made from her bathwater. So Sydney Sweeney is taking men's bath products to the next level. On Thursday, a natural body care line called Dr. Squatch, that's what that is, revealed that it teamed up with Ms. Sweeney to create a soap made from her bathwater. A joint post said, "You kept asking about my bathwater after the Dr. Squatch ad, so we kept it. Introducing Sydney's Bathwater Bliss, a very real, very limited edition soap made with my actual bathwater. Available on June 6th at drswatch.com.
One thing about Sydney Sweeney, the girl is getting her bag.
Yeah.
What's the skincare brand she reps? I forget.
Oh, it's on her Instagram. She's always posting.
I
don't think it's La Mer. It's
Laneige, yes, with the lip
mask.
And I mean, I love her.
You do?
Yes. I think she's like all American. I think she's really fun. I think she stays in her lane and just sort of like lets millions of flowers bloom in there. She's not trying to also be a singer. She's not like...
That's true. And she's not like, shaving her head just because she doesn't like everyone like looking at her. Like she's like, here, this is what you like. Here's more. Here's my bathwater.
Yeah, exactly. She's in on the joke though about her. It's not like, hey, take me seriously. My eyes are up here. Like she's having fun with it. And I think like, I kind of want to try the soap.
Up here. I guess it is for men. I just wonder how much a brand like this has to pay her to like be so goofy like this, like because it's so unserious and like it is appealing to like people's like base instincts. So like I just wonder how they got her to go along with this, and it feels like money would do that.
Yeah, but like
does Dr. Squatch have that coin?
Who's Dr. Squatch?
I don't know.
It's like Dr. Bronner's like step cousin. Like,
I've never heard of Dr. Squatch. So it's also, unless like she's Dr. Squatch, because the doctor could be a woman.
She got her PhD. We forget it because the doctor could be a woman. Dr. Squatch is my PCP.
Because you said he is the cousin.
Thank you for calling me in. Thank you for calling me in.
Internalized.
Well, if a female PhD is creating a bar of soap with Sydney Sweeney's bathwater, I'll eat it.
But she could also just be like a regular doctor. Not PhD. PhD is like the doctorate.
Like an MD?
Is PhD MD?
No, those are different.
Right. PhD is like teacher.
Professor. Like Dr. Joe Biden.
Right. That's
like teacher. What do you think of this bath soap? Are you going to use it?
No. And I feel like once it said like it's for men, I feel good about the fact that I don't even have to think about, should I be using this?
Well, it's like an Axe reinvention. Remember when Axe had like that really macho marketing?
Yeah. Well, do you think they actually, like they said they saved her bathwater and it's a drop of bathwater in each. Like, do you think that that's even true? Like, or it's just marketing?
I mean, I don't know what they can get away with in terms of like puffery claims around this. I would love.
Right. And in terms of hygiene, not that anything would turn up, but like that's just,
like, could they sell
soap and it has dirty bathwater?
Well, it's like selling used underwear or something. It's like when I saw that question about that the other day. Right. For Dear Toasters.
How would you advise?
If I found that out, I'm too old to make complaints at this point. I say whatever you want.
They'll take what you can get.
You can take what you can get. There's worse things.
He wants to be close to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's nice. He can jump in the shower with some Sydney Sweeney bath soap.
Right. Would you rather find Sydney Sweeney bath soap or your own dirty undies?
My own dirty undies.
Agreed. So this is actually more concerning. This is a good gift. Every guy, like for the guy who like, Sydney Sweeney's my hall pass.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I love the advertising around it. I also think she's just so fun to watch. She's mesmerizing. And Euphoria season 3, when is that coming out?
Filming now. TBD. Do you watch Euphoria?
Of course.
Yeah, and also you're on the culture beat. Like you kind of have to.
I think
so am I, but I don't.
I think Sam's brilliant. I think everything he does is brilliant. Yeah, I really do.
Sam girly.
Absolutely. And I just think
not that I like even know what that means. You do.
I think the show is really.
Did he also do that show with The Weeknd?
Yeah, he did The Idol.
And you thought that was brilliant?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. She's marked safe.
Marked safe from the Idol. Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen it yet, but I just think he's just really, his dialogue's really good. It just feels really like fresh. And I'm so excited to see season 3.
Okay, positivity.
Yes.
Is there anything you don't like other than Anthony Bourdain's
his legacy? Yeah, his stance, the fan base. Yeah.
That's always so frustrating when you say something and like people run with it. She hates Anthony Bourdain. Like that's not what she. So we just need to like make it known. Anthony Bourdain's fans
and the culture around.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Eating too seriously, I think.
I understand what you're saying, but it's frustrating to be misunderstood. Don't you find?
I do. I am misunderstood. You know those like pillows they used to have from like
like little misunderstood.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so goth because I got canceled this week. I need to go to Hot Topic and just like rage.
It's been a rough one. That's why she had to go to Daphne's.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, that part was really great. Yeah, exactly. I had to go undercover.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't like me being misunderstood. No one does, but I think you get to a point where you see people intentionally misreading you. And then you start to kind of wise up and be like,
rise above.
When they go low, we go lower. That's what I always say. So I'm just trying to find a lower take.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have no idea the bottom that I'm going to look for and find.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
You want to go?
How low?
Go.
Yeah, let's go, baby. I mean, come on. I mean, what did I write about recently that I read Melinda Gates' memoir?
Ooh.
Did not like that.
TLDR.
Complain.
What's the tea?
It's like, honey, it's like, get a bauble, get a plane, spend some revenge money. I mean, the things, I mean, Melinda Gates aside, like, you're married to one of the richest men in the world. I don't think he was particularly easy to be married to, but the book was just all about, like, I had to search for myself. I had to go on, as they say in Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, a healing journey.
A healing journey. You know what? That's the word du jour at the moment.
Healing journey.
I was just thinking healing, period. I was just something like, I was thinking about something. Everyone is healing.
Or everyone's on a journey.
Do you watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
I watched the first, it's funny, my best friend is here. We were in Florida recently and I literally like forced her at gunpoint to watch the first season. Some of the best television that's ever been made. It was like before the first commercial break, she had gotten pregnant, lost the baby, gotten pregnant again. That was all in the pilot.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
And then by the end of the episode, arrested.
Yes, by the end of she is something else.
She is, but I will never say a bad word about her. I'm obsessed.
I just hope Mom Talk can survive this.
I think that they can because of Taylor Frankie Paul. Like, she will rise above. What were we just? Heal. So Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, like, they're all healing and they're all being held accountable, and that's always fun. Like, that's my favorite. Healing is my favorite.
We love healing. We love longevity.
Yeah.
Immune boosting.
Yeah, well, now you're on
collagen production.
This is classic podcast banter, don't you know?
Really?
Yeah. Well, not on this podcast, but other podcasts. These are the topics du jour.
Well, I don't know if you've followed the Ace family drama.
You were telling me a little bit about it, but please be Claudia today and do a Suzy Explains It All, because there's a lot of drama happening. There's a lot of scoop going on right now, and that's that Kathy Hilton sound. What's the second half? I forget.
We love Kathy Hilton.
We do.
We love all the same people.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm waiting for you to say something like really actually negative about someone. You're really positive.
I'm generally really positive. I will say the Ace family drama sucked me in this week, and I could have some negative things to say about Austin McBroom. Basically, the Ace family, they're this YouTube family. They've been filming...
Like a family channel.
But like the biggest family channel.
Okay.
This is the one. They have 3 children. If I could name them, I really should get my University of Michigan degree taken away. Elle, Steele.
Cute.
And I forget the third one. But they broke up. There's been, for years, cheating allegations against Austin McBroom. Do you watch YouTube? Are you like a YouTube girl?
No.
Okay.
I only watch The Toast. Just kidding. But no, I don't. Do you watch the McBrooms?
I don't, but I keep abreast.
Okay.
I go in my Situation Room and they tell me about it. But basically they broke up. Catherine has a memoir coming out. Catherine has a memoir coming out, went on Call Her Daddy, and sort of let it all out, what was going on with Austin, how he was cheating, how it went down. Austin goes on Snapchat. Looks like she's having a last laugh. I mean, come on, get someone to have you on their podcast. And he just sort of says that she became addicted to ayahuasca. She was taking it every month. She thought she was the Virgin Mary. And it's sort of this like classic, it's almost, I don't want to say Shakespearean, but it's like she is like this kind of damsel in distress that she's been betrayed. And she's coming forward about it now that she's on her healing journey. And Austin is saying, well, it actually didn't go down like that. She's crazy. And it's just been so fun to watch.
Are you going to read her memoir?
No.
Why?
I just feel like I'll probably just get the highlights.
Yeah. But you read Melinda's?
I did read Melinda's, yeah.
To what end?
Just to write about it. And I wanted, here's the thing. I'm not going to read Catherine's memoir because you get all of the best bits.
Like on podcasts.
In the podcast and the clips on YouTube, because that's what they're good.
Melinda's pretty much like private
Melinda's
person.
a closed
if you
book.
want to know anything about her.
So I had to open her book.
Right.
But then she gave you nothing. It's like, don't tell me that you didn't find out about whatever was going on with Bill and go spend $500,000 at Bloomingdale's.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or whatever her thing is.
Say what's going on with Bill?
Yeah. I mean, he had been unfaithful.
Okay.
But that was sort of known.
But any is the word Epstein in the book?
The word Epstein is, she says, she words it really interesting. She says, like, I had known Bill had stepped outside the marriage, but he had
we
done.
Don't want to miss this.
Oh, sorry.
Like, mic.
He had done something that had like betrayed not only our marriage, but my values, is how she put it. And I'm like, give us a little, come on.
Okay, but that's a pretty cool way to put it.
Yeah, like
I just
feed the
wanna say-
otters a little bit. Like,
yeah, that's something. I don't know. But I guess if you're going to write a book, like you've got to say something.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Otherwise, just don't write the book. Like you don't need to ever tell us, but don't write a book.
Exactly. To like help other women who are it's about like transitional moments in life, which I think is a really good subject.
Okay.
And I think middle-age divorce, like as like Gen X and boomers start to get divorced, there's so much content around that right now.
Yeah.
So much divorce content.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing, especially on reality TV, between watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and The Valley.
Yes.
A lot of young couples getting divorced.
Are there like starter marriages? Like they were married for a year, no kids.
Yes, kids.
That makes it hard.
Yeah, they all have kids. So I guess it's a starter marriage because they're going to go on to probably marry again, but they all have kids. And it's like they are awful to each other.
Co-parenting. That's another big word.
Oh, yeah.
As we're co-parenting.
Yeah, but at least it's like a tangible thing that you absolutely have to do.
yeah. We're healing on our co-parenting journey.
Yeah, but there's no time for a journey because like the kids have to be picked up at 3:00. So why don't you get over there?
Oh my God. Bethany Frankel says a lot of really interesting stuff about divorce, co-parenting.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because she's really been through the ringer.
Yeah.
She was
But
so
then
brilliant.
also like when you have kids, like there is a limit to what you're going to say, no matter how awful that, for most people, no matter how awful that person is, like that's your child's parent. Like I would hope that there's a line.
Well, it's interesting with the Ace family because they got famous exposing the family.
Right.
It's like they're
Right. There's some people who have just been like, well, this pays the bills and it is what it is. And they've just sort of signed that away. And like even Jackson Brittany, like there's very little that they hold back because at this point they can't. That's their life. That's their job. It's as if they weren't doing their job. But some people who are just have other jobs like influencer, like even Kristen Cavallari is a good example. She doesn't. I know she's probably been through a lot with her husband, but she doesn't talk that negatively about him.
yeah.
You know?
I think it's hard. I think you have to kind of decide at the outset. And I love to watch influencers like after they have a kid, like this parent wants to show the face, this parent doesn't.
Yeah.
This parent wants to reveal the name, this parent doesn't. Because the kid can't really consent.
Right. Did you watch the Paul brothers show?
I did.
Did you love it?
I loved. They're great American entertainers. They
Yeah.
talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
You watched it?
I loved it.
I loved it.
But they had that conversation, Nina and Logan, about whether or not they would show their kid's face. And she was feeling more private and he was like, couldn't conceive of taking a photo and not posting it. But I think they're still in flux because they were basically like, while she's a baby, like it kind of doesn't matter. But
yeah, because their face changes so much.
yeah. But
then once they get
eventually-
older, you're like, well, we already posted her as the baby.
right. But if you get comfortable posting, like at what point is it like, okay, well, today she looks too much like she's gonna look.
Yeah, you don't know.
But I think their thinking was like eventually when she's not a baby, they won't post so much. But from what I see, I don't follow them so closely on social media, but they don't really post a lot of, I don't know what they decided, but it's unclear.
Well, they're just more like brands at this point. Like when
Yeah.
I look at the Paul's feeds, I don't feel like I'm getting an insight into their life so much as opposed to just what they
Yeah.
want me to know.
Right.
About Prime and
Right,
about
which is
the
why
boxing.
the show was so great.
Yes.
They held nothing back on the show.
Oh my God. And the parents.
Yeah.
Oy,
Wild.
oy, oy. It's so wild.
And I think there could be nothing more vulnerable than bringing a television camera crew in with you to do ayahuasca. Like, I can't.
I
can
didn't
you
see
imagine-
that part.
Oh, yeah. He went to Jake because Jake does it. And he brought the dad because when he did ayahuasca, he had all these breakthroughs. So he thought that his dad would have the same ones and then they could, get on the
Heal.
same page. Heal in an earnest way. But imagine like being on drugs and just like, who knows what's going to happen next. And there's just filming you. Like, that's a serious level of like comfortability with just being totally open.
I think like the maybe Galaxy Brain take is that they only feel comfortable like that. Like
Galaxy brain.
like they're only feeling like their best self or able to share because like there's a lot of beef between
Jake and Logan.
Jake and Logan. And I'm like, are they even able to talk about it in private when
Yeah.
or are they always just like, no, we need to like parlay this into a bit of content? It really kind of gets you thinking.
That's an interesting point. I wonder what they're like when no cameras are rolling, but we would never know.
We would
because no
never know.
cameras are rolling.
How did they talk about it? They're like, it's like Jackass meets Kardashians or something.
Is that,
Like,
yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it.
and they both live in Puerto Rico.
They both live in Puerto Rico, but then like Logan has his family home upstate. That's where they were like nesting.
Upstate New York?
Yeah.
Wow.
hmm
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a cabin, but a big one, but like logs made of logs,
Cabin. Yeah.
joggers, spring, summer.
I mean, the really interesting thing about that brotherhood is that Jake holds that the dad abused them.
Mhm.
And Logan is like,
he wouldn't use that word.
he wouldn't use that word.
Yeah.
And figuring that out
Yeah.
on television, I think is a tall order.
In addition to like the Alyssa Violet of it all, the girl.
Well, this is actually funny. This is kind of where we started talking about like working with siblings
Right.
in your new media venture.
Right. They're so
Your digital media venture with
so
your sibling.
Oshry Weiss coded.
Yeah, we need a panel. We need Andy Cohen, and we need all the siblings.
You know,
The Pauls, the Oshrys, the Weisses.
I was going to say like a good podcast would be like sibling interviews, but that's actually what Kate Hudson and her brother do.
Oh, really?
They have a podcast called Sibling Revelry, and they interview siblings.
And Michelle Obama and her brother have a podcast
Correct.
now too.
But do they interview siblings?
They don't interview siblings.
You need a niche.
Yes.
Do you podcast a lot in your daily life? Like, because you guys have a podcast. Barry has a podcast.
Barry has a podcast. I'll like host it, or I'll like pop in
I saw
very,
you-
very occasionally.
You were on a video talking about Haley B. Well, you were talking about something. She came up.
Oh, I was talking about Justin Bieber and the crash out.
Yeah, and the crash.
I really want to do a podcast. No one would watch this, so I'm not going to do it. Do you go on Chat Roulette ever?
No.
You remember it?
Yes.
I go on Chat Roulette all the time still. And I would love to do Chat Roulette, the podcast, where I just talk to people on Chat Roulette.
That's a pretty good idea.
Isn't it a fun idea?
Yeah.
Because I think everyone who hosts a podcast is always like, it'd be great if we got like regular people. But like, how do you get them? But the problem is you don't know what they're going to say. It might not be that interesting.
Right. So you might have a lot of stuff that ends up on the cutting room floor.
Right. That's true. I think it would just be like
It would have to be like kind of produced.
Yeah.
But in a fine way. That's fine.
So if I ever have a podcast, that will be it. But for now, this is like the biggest, most glam podcast I've ever done.
Well, it's also the biggest, most glam podcast, period.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
true.
planet.
It is. It's just so pargalicious.
Well, the biggest, most glamorous podcast on the planet is brought to you by Taylor Farms, which is another Pargalicious brand that I absolutely love. And I'm so glad I got to do so many Taylor Farms reads this week because I'm really passionate about Taylor Farms. Because if you've ever wanted a Pargy salad, but didn't want to chop, didn't want to wash, didn't want to shop for all the ingredients, didn't want to think, what's a creative salad that would be tasty today? Taylor Farms. Pre-chopped, pre-washed. They have great salad flavors. So my favorite is the Mediterranean Crunch. I love the Caesar salad because I can really dress it up with little chicken or maybe a meatball or maybe just some extra cheese, whatever I'm feeling. I love the Green Goddess salad, the Mexican street corn when I'm having taco night. I don't also want to make a salad. I never also want to make a salad. It's really messy. And you could never get it perfectly chopped. But Taylor Farms has figured all of that out. And their chopped salad kits are a game changer. Whether you want like an easy lunch to bring to the workplace, like if I went into my sister's office every day and was like killing company culture, I'd be bringing my Taylor Farms. And everyone would be like, where'd you get that amazing salad? And I'd be like, I made it myself. But it really would be Taylor Farms. So grab a Taylor Farms chopped salad kit and get your salad together. Head to your local grocery store. They have the best salads over there at Taylor Farms. They really know what they're doing, and they've brought us a lot of joy in our lives. So, and healthiness, because like salads are super healthy. So that's awesome. Today's episode is also brought to you by Nutrafol. Everyone's talking about Nutrafol, especially women who are aging, who are having babies, who are postpartum. Just one part of life that they don't tell you about is you got to watch out for your hair. And Nutrafol is here to take care of that and help you out because you may have heard of their hair growth supplements and wonder, do they actually work? It is a fair question. Many hair supplements overpromise and underdeliver, but Nutrafol is different. As the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, it's trusted by over 1.5 million people and is clinically tested to deliver real results in just 3 to 6 months. I feel like when sometimes people start to notice hair loss, they just want an immediate quick fix, like overnight, what do I do? And it's a bit more than that to have sustained hair growth, hair thickness, hair health. And Nutrafol will help you sustain all of that with their hair growth supplement because everyone's root causes of hair thinning are different. So a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth doesn't cut it, and Nutrafol has multiple formulas designed to give your body what it needs to grow and support your hair's unique needs. Whether you're navigating postpartum, menopause, a plant-based lifestyle, diet change, major weight loss, or simply looking to see less hair shedding, Nutrafol has you covered. So this summer, stop worrying about your hair and start making memories. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code THETOAST. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code THETOAST. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code The Toast. Today's episode is also brought to you by Squarespace. If this episode has you really inspired to start a business, maybe with your sister, revolutionize the digital space or any space, you're going to need an amazing website, and Squarespace is here to help you build that. So Squarespace is an all-in-one platform, a website platform for entrepreneurs like us to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. So yes, you might be an expert in something, and that doesn't include HTML coding, but still every business needs a Pargy website, and that's why Squarespace is the best tool for that. It's like, no offense, website making for dummies. Like click, click, click. Beautiful. No one will ever know that you weren't sitting there coding yourself. So go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, squarespace.com/toast to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. So check it out at squarespace.com. Poke around, do a free trial, see how easy it is. And then you're going to be hooked, and go to squarespace.com/toast. And I just want to say, if you're thinking about starting a business, you have a great idea, you don't know where to start, and you're feeling a little nervous, just start. That's always my advice for new business owners. Like, just take the training wheels off and hit the road, and it's going to be great, and you're going to be fantastic because you're a Pargelicious girly and you've got this. Thank you, Squarespace.
You're so good at that.
Oh my God,
that was so amazing. Navigating a plant-based lifestyle.
I mean, it's
Who
hard.
is it?
It's hard to navigate a plant-based lifestyle. Do you have any dietary restrictions?
No,
That's good.
I really don't. And I'm writing about the David protein bar, one of your sponsors. Huge amount of protein in that.
Yeah.
But I don't get the protein. Like, I feel like once you start poking around internally, and like, how many people do I know who are like, I stopped eating gluten, I feel so different.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want that to happen to me. Then
I
I
don't want to feel so different.
Well, then I can't eat gluten forever.
Right.
Like,
That's true. Like, you don't want to.
I'm just going to get comfortable with whatever this is. And if I never find out that it's bad, then we're good.
I feel like for at least like the people that I know who have stopped eating gluten, like it's because they were feeling wrong before, and they were like something was wrong. So then they had to find the source of it. But if you don't feel that way, then you're gluten intolerant.
Are you gluten intolerant?
No. No.
Oh yeah, sourdough queen.
So, yeah. I eat everything.
Would you consider yourself a girl boss?
I guess dictionary definition, I am a girl boss, but I don't identify as one,
Totally.
Like I don't want to be a part of like the zeitgeist, but yes, I'm a classic case of a girl boss.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
It's advanced. It's chronic.
It is. But it stands for something that I don't want to be a part of.
Yeah.
It's just like cringiness.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Emily Sumberg, the writer, who does this amazing culture column called Feed Me, writes about like we're kind of in like Girl Boss 2.0 era, where you have like I forget her name. She's like a podcast, like an entrepreneur who has a podcast. It's a lot of like panels, sitting on panels in your like sort of like business suit.
Emma Grede?
Yes.
Crushed it.
And
What'd she say about her?
That she's just like the new incarnation. It's like we're kind of done with like.
But I just want to say, if she's the new incarnation of Girl Boss, like I'm here for that. I like everything that she says, and I like what she does, and I don't find it cringe. And she's the real deal. She's also on Shark Tank.
No way.
Yeah, she was a guest shark, and she like co-owns all those Kardashian brands, and then she's also like a mom of 4, and she's really doing it.
She's a genius.
And she like when she does some of those panels, I see some of those clips go viral. Like she's doling out hard truths, like things that people like don't want to hear.
Like you can't have it all.
You like can and you can't. Like something is going to suffer. It's not just like lean in.
Lean in.
What if you just leaned in?
Trying to lean out.
Totally.
Trying to lean all the way out.
Totally. I'm too far deep now.
I've leaned in and I can't get up.
Yeah. It's so true.
Oh my God.
Are you seeing anyone?
Single.
Ready to mingle?
I was at my best friend's wedding this weekend, and I was with my other best friend. We kept going around. We thought it was funny. This is probably why we're single, because we thought this was funny. Going, we're just married to our career. We just love our independent time. I don't want someone else in the house with me. Just my career's really taken on. And it's like, shut up. Who cares? But yeah.
Cute.
Looking for the one.
Okay. Well,
keep your eyes peeled.
We're gonna manifest.
Yeah, let's manifest. My friend called me the other day. She goes,
I will keep my eyes peeled. You said you're 28 or 26?
29.
Oh, so you said neither.
Yeah. Cool. So perfect. Let's go with 26.
Crush it.
But yeah, if you know anyone.
I will. Think about it.
Yeah, I only have a few requirements. Funny, Jewish, kind, really tall if he stands on his wallet.
But we're also short, so it definitely
doesn't
opens
matter.
up more candidates. Do you go on the apps?
I'm not an app girly.
I think you've got to get on the apps.
I've done the app. It's not like I'm too good for it type situation. It's
I know some people. It's just it's not ideal. That's.
I've gone on 10,000 app dates.
Oh, okay.
They just don't work for. It's never that. All the people I've dated, it's dinner parties.
I feel like you would have a big network.
I do have a bit. I'm a shadchan. I set people up.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to chat offline.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But no one that you set up would have worked for you?
No. You don't want to set up someone who you want for yourself.
Well, of course, but no one ever came across your desk. You're like, I'll take this one. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Put his file away.
I'm going to make sure he's not poisonous.
Yeah. That never happened?
No, it's not happened yet.
Okay. How many people have you set up?
One that toy, two that I'm confident in.
What? So the one is new?
Yes. Yeah. No marriages yet.
Okay. But if you get 3 shidduchs
straight to heaven.
So Suzy,
I think, and it's also just really good juju and karma to set people up. And I think there's also a setting people up in a certain way, which is just let them do it. Oh, do you want to meet this person? Do you want to meet that person? Here's the number. Hands off.
Agreed.
Don't try and do a dinner where you're going to bring everyone together.
No. Here's the number of someone who is single, eligible, anything you would like.
Yeah. And if you don't want to reach out, not my problem. You know what I mean? You just have to have a light time. Have you ever set anyone up?
Definitely. Though I can't think of anyone. I would love to have set people up. I don't know why I thought I did. Yeah, I've definitely set. I'm always I have an ear out, but I just don't know that many guys is my problem.
Well,
my whole life is girls.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's why I can't really be super helpful to anyone.
Where are those guys hiding?
I don't know, but also I'm just not a girl who ever had guy friends. I don't have brothers.
You're a girl's girl.
I'm such a girl's girl to a fault.
I know. It's so much more fun though.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a happy girl's girl.
Yes.
It's very joyful, but I guess, I don't have Knicks and I don't have great single guy friends. And I went to a college that wasn't super Jewish. So I don't have, that's where I would have had even so I just don't have that many.
I know. I think of you guys as very Yeshiva League.
We are so Yeshiva League.
Which is, I was so jealous of the Yeshiva. I went on a gap year and the Yeshiva League girls, I was they are so mean. They are so cutting. And I love that.
Where did you go on a gap year?
To Israel.
And did you go to Yeshiva High School?
No. They're
Secular.
Public school. I went to Taylor Alderdice High School. Mac Miller went there. Wiz Khalifa went there.
Oh, cute.
It's a culturally resonant high school.
Got it. I could see that.
Where'd you guys grow up?
In the city. What'd you do in Israel? What sort of program?
It was just a study. It wasn't really religious, but
I figured, but just a study abroad.
It was study abroad. It was travel. I was watching Donnie Darko on an iPod Touch in the back of a coach bus while people were looking at the Taj Mahal. I was really I'm not really a travel girl.
Me neither.
I don't care about it.
Yeah, no, it's
people are disgusted when they hear that.
Yeah, I don't say it so often, but if you know me, I don't travel a lot. I don't have the travel itch. I really don't.
I'll also say this is the Louvre. You know what I mean? I don't need to see the Louvre. Right here, talking to someone, having my iced coffee, swirling the ice around in Midtown. What more do you need out of life? It's what am I going to see out there that's going to be
any better than this?
Than go exploring the depths of a new person.
Yeah. What was your major in college?
I studied business and art history.
Oh, interesting. That's a good duo.
Yeah, it was a good duo. And then I went into writing and girl bossing.
And that gives you actually a lot of good foundation for subjects, business and art history.
Art, looking around.
Art is a good thing to know.
Art is I think people are so it's so hard to know what you're looking at, and it's so easy to get embarrassed and not feel like you have a valid opinion because you don't know everything about something, and it's such a cloistered world. But that really could disrupt that.
We could.
Our art history needs a new media disruption.
Oh,
got to find some siblings.
I think so. Well, are you ready for our next story? Speaking of weddings, word has emerged, some word on the street about what transpired between Victoria Beckham and Brooklyn and Nicola at the Nicola Brooklyn wedding. This is what sources are saying, that Victoria Beckham stole the spotlight at Brooklyn and Nicola's 2022 wedding. A source close to the Peltz family, so this would be Team Nicola, claimed that Victoria stole the happy couple's special dance during the reception. So Grammy Award winner Mark Anthony took the stage to perform at the wedding, and the story goes that he was supposed to sing a song that would be Brooklyn and Nicola's first dance. Before the song began, Mark Anthony asked Brooklyn to come to the stage and then said, "The most beautiful woman in the room tonight, come on up, Victoria Beckham." Which is not what a bride wants to hear. So the move allegedly left Nicola feeling that Victoria ruined her wedding and she couldn't understand why. A second source who witnessed the moment said everyone then watched Nicola run from the room crying.
During the wedding.
During the wedding. Nicola felt like Victoria did this on purpose when she knew it was a pre-planned romantic dance meant for Brooklyn and Nicola. What she couldn't understand was why she would do it. So it was such a jaw-dropping moment, the source said, that it left the whole room in absolute shock. You could hear a pin drop. It wasn't appropriate, they said. So honestly, I know this is just sources and stuff, but like, I believe
it's just specific.
Because also after the wedding, like no one wanted to be near each other. There's two sources who are saying like this is what happened. And I feel like a weird thing like this is exactly what could derail an otherwise perfect wedding.
But it wasn't a perfect wedding because weren't all the vendors stealing from them?
The party planners, they were having issues with that. And also the other beef from the wedding is like Nicola didn't wear a Victoria Beckham dress. I think that sort of just like didn't work out and it just wound up looking bad for both of them. Like, why wouldn't you wear, even though it's not like when I think bridal, I think the bride has to wear Victoria Beckham.
It's
not like she married
You're marrying Vera Wang's son.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So that didn't seem so smelly to me, but I could see something like this happening. And maybe Victoria.
I don't think Victoria said to Mark Anthony, say this. I think Mark Anthony made a bad joke.
I think so too. But I think maybe in light of all the other dynamics that were happening that weekend, and I'm sure Nicola might have felt some sort of way, like Victoria is this larger than life person. And like when you're in a room with her, like she's kind of the number one girl in this
Nicola
group.
can hold her own.
She can, but like it's your wedding and to feel that way and emotions are already heightened. I just could see it. It seems feasible. It seems like something that's so innocuous that like no one went out of their way to do anything wrong, but it could totally derail the party.
Yeah, it's like you're like on a knife's edge, just ready to fucking go berserk. I feel like at your wedding.
And it's just one word from Mark Anthony, one wrong word.
Oh, and she has plenty she could say back to him.
Yeah.
But this is all on the heels of the fact that Brooklyn and Nicola were not to be seen at David Beckham's 50th birthday party.
Yes.
In
and
London.
The feud has picked back up. So after the wedding, they were like totally separate. They weren't speaking to each other and it was like bad. And then they all came back together and they were all supporting each other, family events. She's in the documentary, like everything was good. And then they didn't go to the birthday party and now they're not seen together again unless like things have happened. So also Team Brooklyn Nicola have said that like the Beckhams are like narcissists, another buzzword.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just like hard to be around them. And I guess if you think that way about someone, then something like this would really upset you.
Yeah, that would really upset me. But it's like, it would be so easy for Nicola and Brooklyn to come out on top by being the bigger person and just like, of course, going to the wedding, of course, or the birthday party.
Right.
They could, in private, say whatever they want and be like, that was horrible.
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed. I hate them. But they get to look like
it's so much
not
better
like
for them.
kids, essentially.
And like, it's so much better for them when they're with the family and like, there's just like, it's all good as opposed to them being like this wayward couple that's like out of touch with their family. We had reported a few weeks ago, the Sun reported, I don't know if it was true, that Brooklyn and Nicola were having dinner with Harry and Meghan.
No way. Similar storylines there.
Yeah,
There's
but like,
Americans
I wouldn't follow that template if I were them. I'd run the other. I'd say, what did they do? Let's do the opposite.
And Nicola's like, should I start a jam business? Or what is it called?
American
Riviera Orchard.
Is that the current name? Yeah.
No, it's changed. It's changed a bunch of times. But
With love.
With love from Meghan?
With love.
As
Meghan?
ever.
As ever.
As ever. Yeah. The thing with Brooklyn and Nicola is it's like when two dynastic families merge, and I think both of their families sort of have this idea of like, we're the primary family.
We're the number one family in this group.
And that's where issues happen.
And I think if it were another girl who didn't come from Nicola's background and something at the wedding happened like this, where it's like, again, about the Beckhams, like she would maybe just be used to it and be like, that's just, you know, what the family I'm marrying into, they're just going to constantly make everything about them. And like,
because I'm Cinderella, I'm from
I'll just
like
be
nothing.
Like small here, and it's Victoria's moment. It's her friend. I could never have Mark Anthony at my wedding.
She's like, I could have Mark Anthony.
Right.
Name
She's
your
like,
price.
Right.
Yeah.
She's like, I would have just paid you to sing the fucking song I wanted you to sing.
Yeah.
I didn't need your favor.
Right, exactly. But it's like, money can't buy you class.
Yeah.
As we learned from Countess Luann.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I hope they find a way through.
I know, but it's just not good when it gets to this point.
No.
Like when I'm talking about it.
Yeah, but also it's like Brooklyn never really had an identity outside of being a Beckham. Like, he tried the photography, he tried the chefing. I hear he's trying to be a F1 racer, but he keeps failing his driver's license test. I read that somewhere.
His license to drive?
Or maybe to drive one of these like big fancy cars.
Like, I can drive even, barely, but I can do it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, our fifth and final story is a little update from yesterday. The Chrisleys have been released from prison, and Julie Chrisley has been spotted for the first time since her prison release. So Joey Camasta was on the Toast yesterday, pondering the status of Julie's hair.
He's fabulous.
He is so great.
So fun.
And I really hadn't given it much thought prior to, or even afterwards, where he said, like, how is she keeping up with the blonde? And I'm like, I don't know. She probably, even if she went back to her roots, like, it wouldn't be a big deal. And then a photo emerged of her leaving the facility, and it's kind of a big deal. She looks so different. But happy.
I mean, that's a recession indicator.
Her hair is the least of her problems at the moment. It's 6 hours in the chair and she'll be right as rain.
I think what we're looking at someone, her hair looks sort of like brown, almost auburn, and then the gray has grown in significantly.
Yeah.
And it's almost like halfway down, like an ombre from hell.
Yeah, so it's like if she went in there full blonde and then
she went in full blonde?
I'm guessing.
Oh.
If she went in there full blonde. Then it started to grow out brown, and then it started to come in gray.
She weirdly looks like fresher. There's something about
It's the look of freedom.
Yes, she's free.
Yeah. She literally, even though I'm sure everyone's clowning on her hair, like, she does not give a fuck. This is a happy woman.
Yes. Oh, my God. To get out of the slammer, I wouldn't care what my hair looked like.
7 years, and then in one day, you're home.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry about the hair, guys. I'm going.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if she never dies. Like, everything's changed now.
I mean, talk about a journey. She's really been on a journey.
She has.
And I hope she doesn't go back to blonde. I think it's time. The Chrisleys need a full rebrand.
That's true. Even if she went to brown. But there's such a blonde. Like, I don't watch Chrisley's stuff, so, like, I'm not so deep in it. But, like,
watched it. It was an early spinoff. Chrisley Knows Best.
Yeah.
Was on Bravo, right?
Yeah.
And they're really funny family. They're almost like, they're like Southern Bumpkin Pauls a little bit. Like, they'll just do anything.
Yeah. And people, like, they've been on TV forever. And Joey had also said that they are, like, filming right now. So I guess, like, the status of her hair and how she feels about it would be on whatever show they're
I hope that's not a major plot point.
I think it might be, given the public's reaction to this photo.
That's her literally leaving the jail, do we think?
No, I think, no. There's a cereal and milk store right behind her. I think it's, like, at some point, and
she just went to get some cereal
milk
milk
car after she was released from prison. But I think they've been, like, trying to get a picture of her since she got out.
I'm happy she's free. I don't think the public was made safer by Chrisley being locked away. I don't think she was like a public safety hazard.
And you don't feel unsafe.
Yeah, I'm not like getting a deadbolt because the Chrisleys are out. You know what I mean? It was insider training, right?
It was tax evasion, bank fraud and tax evasion.
Not a good look, but
yeah.
Who among us?
It's a classic case of reality. Not me. Don't look at me. I would never. I would seriously never.
Oh my God, that would be such a reality show with all of the Bravo celebrities currently incarcerated.
Or a reality show of former incarcerated reality stars who have to sit down and do their taxes.
And get fit.
Right.
Well, they're already fit because they're
already
in
fit.
jail.
Yeah. But like watching them fill out a 1099. Or maybe it could be educational. Like, here is how you do it. Because I think sometimes it's malicious. And sometimes I think they just don't know what to do with all this money. And they don't know the laws and what you're supposed to do. When you start, like, getting all these brand deals and, like, nobody teaches you that.
Well, that's obviously different, too, from Jen Shah and what she's been accused of.
Well, yeah.
Or what she did.
Yes, because that's not, like, some paperwork missing.
Yeah.
That was nefarious.
Oh, yeah. You think the Chrisleys should be doing, like, financial literacy education?
I think a lot of people should be doing financial literacy education. And I say this, like, earnestly, like, outside of reality stars, even though I think they have it worse because it's just overnight success and overnight money.
And everyone's asking you for things.
If you go from having a job where you get a paycheck and they take your money out for taxes and you never have to think about it, to then, like, getting this influx of 1099s, W-9s.
I would have no idea what to do.
Right.
That'd be my hair. In 10 years, I'd be walking out of jail with that hair.
And I'm not saying that's what happened to them, but that does happen.
Right.
So I just think but
they're not like criminal masterminds over here.
Right. But also for lay people, the tax system is fucking confusing.
I literally just do TurboTax and I just click as fast as I can and just get to the end. I just got a credit card like
and
last.
Send up a prayer that you don't go to prison.
Literally.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay more.
Right. Of course.
I'm like, just take it.
Of course.
I'll pay for this to be over.
Of course. No, I would rather pay more.
Yeah.
Like
Every time.
So crazy.
This is why I need a husband.
Right.
I'm like, was it worth it?
But you're a business major.
It's like, yeah, I get to wear pants. I'm so excited. I get to make my own money. Still have to pay my rent. Still have to figure out how to do these taxes.
But you're a business major. They don't teach you that?
No, they don't.
What the fuck did they teach you?
Who knows?
Like econ?
Networking.
That's a good skill. I don't have that one.
No, me neither.
You're not a schmoozer.
Well, I'm definitely a
I feel like you would
schmoozer.
be. But like strangers, just like putting yourself out there, going up to people. Do you love a work event, happy hour drinks?
I like performing like with people, but there's like a lot of hopecore online right now of like, there's like a girl on TikTok who just goes up to random people in the street and it's just like, hey, how are you? Like taking the car out this week, I see. Like just, I think that's a really good muscle to have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think anyone should be able to talk to a stranger, but it's not like what charges my battery.
Right. Yeah.
I'll say that.
I agree with that. Well, now it is time for Queenie and Weenie of the week. And you've come prepared. So let's start with Queenie. I have two Queenies, and I'm going to start with my first obvious one to give a shout out to Claudia because she has she has had an incredible Queenie-like week, giving birth, new motherhood, and just a transformative week for our Claude. And she is exuding Queenie-like behavior. So she is my Queenie always. And it's not fair if we like do each other for Queenie of the week because then we'd just be Queenie every week. But because she's not here, I feel like I can say she is my Queenie. And then I don't want to say celebrity Queenie because Claudia is a celebrity. But also Hailey Bieber.
Hailey Road Bieber, everyone.
Yeah.
You counted her out. You thought she was like, I feel like everyone thought she was just like she was already wealthy. She wasn't a gold digger, but sort of like just wanting to be famous, had no personality. And it's like, look who got the last laugh.
Yeah, seriously. Even though people are like, she has 1 million investors and it's 600 million cash and she's got to pay people back, whatever. She probably nets out to 100 million, 180 million is what they're saying. I think that's
Take home.
I
think it's more than that if she sold the business for $1 billion.
But like if she had a bunch of investors and there's 3 co-founders.
But she didn't invest anywhere close to like.
And it's $600 million cash, $200 million stock, $200 million bonuses when they achieve certain benchmarks in the future.
They're going to achieve the benchmarks.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw you were talking about it. It's 10 products.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what she's done.
Even if it's $180 million or $100 million, like that's what she needed. If things were getting like tight with, like that's what she needs to live her life. And now I think she can sleep easier.
Do you think she's going to leave him?
No, I don't.
She's
I also think that she loves him. Like shocking. Yeah. Like I think that she loves him and I think she loves her life and her family. And I think whatever issues, there's obviously issues. He's obviously not at his best right now.
Right.
But like that's what a marriage is working through them. I think that's how she sees marriage. I don't know her at all. It's just a vibe.
Yeah, well, they're very religious.
Yeah.
And so I don't think they would like.
You don't just leave like because the going gets tough and he's being weird at the hockey game. Even though I think it's so much more than that. But I think she's like stand by your man. And if the rumors are true, she's been wanting to be with him since she's 13. Like you think she's giving up now? I don't think so.
No. She's probably in it for the long haul. And like once people have a baby, they want another baby.
Yeah.
She'll want to give Jack a sibling. I love that name.
And I would use that name, but I'm Jackie.
Oh, that's true.
Otherwise, like.
But do people call you Jack?
No, but I couldn't have a son named Jackie.
No, but
a son named Jack.
Yeah, because then you would just end up calling him Jackie.
It's just the same name.
It's the same name. It wouldn't be appropriate.
Right.
Like having you can only have boys now.
Well, I'm having another gender reveal. I put on Patreon, but I haven't said it here. I'm pregnant, by the way.
That I know.
I figured because you're swirly. But thank you. Only on Patreon have I said the gender, but I'll say it here now, exclusive. Boy. Wow. Yeah. Wow. So very exciting.
That is so exciting. So girl mom. Forget girl boss. You're a girl mom.
Boy mom.
Boy mom. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah. That is, what is it like?
I love
growing up with all sisters.
It was I never expected this. And I just kind of assumed I would always have girls because that's all I know. Like I said, I have no guy friends. Like I don't know other. My husband.
You've never met a man?
I've never met a guy. So to have like my first boy, finding out I was having a boy for my first, that was like the most shocking one. And then immediately like I became obsessed. And then when I got pregnant again, I really wanted a boy.
Yes.
So that they could be they're close in age and that they could be brothers. And I just loved having like a same-sex sibling. And so for this one, this was the first time I did not have a preference. Because if it was another boy, like iconic, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
But if it was a girl, like so exciting.
So
I finally get like my girl. But I'm so thrilled.
Wow, you have a lot of kids. That's so exciting.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
They can't be Queenies of the week yet, but do you ever do your kids as Queenies?
No. It's usually more in the pop culture
Zeitgeist.
or like, what things that we've spoken about on the show. So those are my Queenies. Your Queenie is Haley as well.
My Queenie is Haley. I think she just really came out on top. Similar to Sweeney, I think she's just really good at being a celebrity. And she's really good at giving the people what they want. She like kind of engages in the drama and like a little bit. She did that Vogue video where she
so funny.
Uda Nepo was the perfume. And she was reading like Proust. Oh, the tincture from the witch?
She pulled out a tincture and she was like, I take this every day. My dad like took me to see a witch in the mountains when I was 12 years old. And she said if I took it every day, I would make a Canadian pop star fall in love with me. Thanks, Dad.
I didn't see that part. That's really, really funny. Yes. I love the way she's engaging with it.
And her Vogue cover was already Queenie behavior, even though Justin tried to like take a big...
That was so insane.
That was so insane. I was going to nominate him as my Weenie of the week.
Oh.
For that.
Okay. Justin's your Weenie of the week.
Yeah. And so I think they balance each other out. The Haley and the Justin.
Yeah. Sometimes your Queenie and Weenie, it's same story, married to each other.
Yeah. So it's net neutral. The family's okay.
That's just like really a theme that's coming up of like these successful women and these men who are sort of like not really flailing.
Yeah.
Flailing. I would argue a little bit that's what's happening with the Beckhams.
Which one?
With Nicola and Brooklyn.
Yeah. But it's not like she's any more. It's not like she just like achieved success.
That's true. But honestly, in 3 years, we're going to be talking about how Elf bought her cosmetic company for $1 billion.
Nicola.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd try what she's doing.
She has not unlocked her
full potential.
Full potential.
I agree.
That is okay. So I don't know how this works. This is my first time here. Do we discuss more about the Weenie?
Who's your Weenie?
Now I kind of want to say Mark Anthony.
Oh, I love that.
Because that is so lame to do at someone's wedding, even if someone told you it was funny. It's like, there's just minefields, I think, a lot in a wedding and like the groom's speeches and like people think things are funny that they're not. Or like you see those videos of husbands smashing cake into women's face after they've gotten like a full beat. And it's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about you. And like, you don't want to cause a bride to run out of the room crying.
Yeah.
So I think he's my Weenie of the week.
That's such a good one. And I agree. Like, sometimes people could be like, something comes off wrong or they didn't mean it. But to say the most beautiful woman in the room and it's not the bride, like, are you dumb?
Yeah.
Are you dumb? Maybe he is.
Maybe
he's a Weenie.
That's true Weenie behavior.
Love that.
Amazing.
I love that. From 3 years late, but it's never too late.
It's never too late to be the Weenie of the week.
It's never
no
too
one's
late.
safe.
No one. No. We're going to dig it up. So thank you so much, Suzy. It's been a pleasure getting to know you and co-hosting with you, and I appreciate it so much. Where can everyone follow? I know you're like not on Instagram, but where can people follow you and keep up with your work?
This is so fun. On X, I'm at Suzy Weiss.
Okay.
SNOOZY, I think _WEISS. But mainly everyone can read my writing. I write a culture column every week. It's at the Free Press, thefp.com. Dylan, will you throw me that bag?
What do we have?
No, other one.
Did I get a tote?
You, my friend. I know, it's my first podcast. I'm out here acting like Oprah. We have a tote. We have hats. I think we have onesies for Ruby or whoever.
Oh my goodness. Let's see the size. Oh,
merch.
Charlie sizes.
Free thinker in training.
Free thinker in training. Oh my God, I love it. Oh my God, thank you.
So everyone can go to the fp.com and subscribe and read and become a free presser. Toasters and free pressers, I think there's a lot of synergy.
I think the elk of a free presser girly, like if you like things other than the Iran deal, that you would like the toast if you want like something fun and lighthearted. And for toasters who want to learn more about the Iran deal, I think they would like the free press.
Or they want to learn, oh, look at that.
Yeah, I think there's definitely like the Venn diagram, I think is like really...
It's a circle.
No, but
it's not a circle.
It's not, but it's like perfectly like third, you know?
Yes.
That's what I think.
And I think there's a little bit for everyone. I think in both of our media properties.
I think so too. I think this is the crossover of the century for free thinkers everywhere. I love my hat. I literally look so cute. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been a blast. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I will be back on Monday with another Pargy co-host and we're going to have a great time. So enjoy the weekend. I love ya. Bye.